Yeah, man.
Oh, I love it. Jared, thank you for being here.
Absolutely, brother.
Paul here, Music Villa, Bozeman, Montana. And man, I love, you did a couple of things there, and I'm like, that is so sweet. What did you do there? You did.
What did I do?
You backed the tone or off or something. You were in the middle position.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's this middle position. All right, we're diving right in. This middle position,
By the way,
man.
This is a 64 custom shop, 64 SG
Pelham
Maestro Pelham Blue.
Gorgeous.
Super cool.
So what I was doing there is, if you put this, this switch in the middle, you can really mess around with these tones. So here's the bridge all the way up, and then I had the bridge or the neck volume at 2. I started to raise it. All the way up, it's going to get a little bit more hollow. It's awesome.
Super awesome.
Love it.
I love it too. I like it too because like I said, I can't get tone out of a guitar like a guy like you can. So I love kind of geeking out over some of the stuff because a lot of people don't realize, everyone just, a lot of people just turn on and they crank it up and that's it.
Yeah.
But you've got a volume and a tone for each pickup.
Yep.
And 3 selectors, So there's just a lot of cool stuff you can do. The Maestro, I know a lot of people, I saw you kind of go subtle.
I check it because, it's an interesting design the way that this is kind of laying on the guitar. And I think, personally, it looks so cool.
It looks really
cool. If you
cool.
use it in moderation and you don't totally try and dive bomb on it, you're generally pretty good. This one's cool too because it's got the nylon saddles.
Yeah.
That's like that cool 60s thing where, whenever I see that, it's kind of, it changes the tone a little bit.
It does, yeah.
And, but this guitar is so much fun to play.
Super cool.
And it's got the age,
Murphy,
yeah.
This is the aged Murphy Lab.
It's really, really nice, man. And what's cool about this is I feel like there's a lot of different tonal possibilities. I'm going to turn on some gain.
Yep.
Let's just see what it does with some gain on it. It's got a pretty good bite.
Got bite because it's an SG, man.
SG, baby.
Okay, so you're in the treble.
Yep.
So that means back pickup.
Back pickup. Yep.
And then
going up.
And also, when you say gain, let's point out that's a tube screamer.
Yeah. So on the floor we got a tube screamer, and I'm just kicking that in. So without that tube screamer, you'll hear this. Now, if I engage that tube screamer, you'll hear this. And what essentially for me, it's just giving a little bit more of that push off the edge. It's starting to sound a little more frantic, and it just makes the notes kind of bloom and push more.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Because when you say gain, it's not like you went from a clean to a gain.
Right.
You were already on a crunch kind of channel, and then when you say gain, you're adding that tube screamer, which is cool.
And a lot of players, when you think about overdrives, adding that to an already kind of gain stage, it's like, it just gives a different color, and it pushes a little bit something else out of the guitar. But this thing's gorgeous.
Super gorgeous.
Yeah,
I love it. It's good looking. Okay, so back to our album talk.
Oh boy.
If we're kind of going favorite albums that changed our lives, but then we're also we're talking about albums that what does that remind you of? Who do you think of when you play that?
This one is different. I could say Angus.
Right.
I could.
That's what I'm going to say.
Right? You're going to say Angus.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go AC/DC all the way.
If it were red, if it was a cherry,
I know what you're going to say. Yep.
But for some reason with this, I'm getting some Pete Townsend vibes.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. like that. Okay, so you got Pete Townsend, The Who.
Yeah.
I'm going AC/DC, which was huge in my life too. Like, you know,
Oh yeah.
early AC/DC albums, and oh man, I remember being at Keggers. Did you guys have Keggers at your age? Like
In Wisconsin?
yeah,
You
well,
bet
yeah,
we
Wisconsin.
did.
Yeah, never mind. Wisconsin's kind of like Montana.
It's
It was
we're on
still-
the same kind of
Yeah.
wavelength.
Yeah, we'd be out in a field somewhere, like down by the river, like anywhere, like Kegger, and there'd be like 100 people there, and you'd just hear AC/DC in the background. We'd have, you know,
Oh yeah. No, you'd be having fun.
it was fun.
Yeah,
that was a good time
absolutely.
growing up. Yeah, that I could see. I know people from Wisconsin, and I know how you guys grew up out there. All right, Jared, thanks for being here, man.
Absolutely,
Cool guitar. Check it out, musicvilla.com. Thanks for
Yeah.
watching.